Hello gamers and welcome back to another video. So a new test place change thing happened and there's a bunch of new stuff. Like the 𝙎𝙬𝙧 now has a stock, there's sniper buffs like the, what is it called, straight pull attachment. The MP5K can have a stock, the MC51 SD can have a stock. I think the 𝙎𝙬𝙧 can have a stock too. Or did I already say that? Most likely. The 𝐶7A2 is back. The M231 has a stock. There's a new sight. Like you can have a G36 sight on your goddamn M107. There's a bunch. Yeah, there's basically a bunch of new stuff. And it's pretty quirky. And the SL8 got buffed, okay? It can have 30 bullets in a magazine now instead of 20. And the PPSH can now have more barrel attachments, such as suppressors. So yeah, let's start with the first change that is important. Well, it's barely a change, it's more like a comeback. The 𝐶7A2 is back. How do I feel about this? I don't know, it's still just an HK416 with 800 RPM. That's, yeah, it's literally just that. And it has a very slightly adjusted balancing. I think I know what got changed with that. It's the minimum damage got changed from 24 to 23. Yeah, it's literally just that, I think. It's not very good, I guess. But yeah. The Colt SMG now has a new mount for the EOTech 552, EOTech XPS2 and Z-Point. And they look really weird. It's like you put them between the iron sights. And if I'm gonna be honest, I like it a lot. I love the EOTech 552 on the Colt SMG. It just goes hard. Incredibly hard. I love it. Because, you know, it's not lower zoom, but it's just in a lower position, which makes it easier to use, at least for me, because like the reflex sight and mini sight, they are on such a high position, they're basically on the iron sights instead of between. So I really like this change, if I'm gonna be honest. The 𝙎𝙬𝙧 can now fold out its stock, less recoil but less mobility. Yeah, you heard it, it has less recoil, but only slightly less recoil. And you're slower, which is pretty obvious. But the recoil is very unnoticeable. Well, it is kind of noticeable, but it's like... It kicks... The kick is now the first two bullets instead of the first bullet. But the whole recoil grouping is much tighter. It's weird to explain, but... I kinda like it, if I'm gonna be honest. It's a cool thing, because people have been asking for this for a very long time, that the 𝙎𝙬𝙧 was gonna be given a very quirky unfold stock thing. Yeah. The M231 has a new mount, like the Colt SMG. It has a new mount. The sight is between the iron sights, and it has a wire stock, And basically, how it feels to shoot this is basically if your shoulder was broken. Yeah, basically if your shoulder was broken and you shot it, that's how it feels to shoot it, because it's everywhere. It doesn't help at all. It's kind of fun to use though, but if you, it's like shooting an M231 if your shoulder was broken, because when you shoot it, the recoil goes everywhere, and I mean everywhere. It's impossible to control this. I'd rather just use it without stock if I wanted to do something like get a lot of kills. It's kind of fun to use, if I'm gonna be honest, but it's not worth it at all compared to like not using the stock. I don't know, this wire stock is kind of a bro moment. It doesn't really work because, oh god, my voice, because I don't know, it makes the recoil worse, even though it says that the rotational recoil becomes less and there's more of there's more camera recoil. I don't know, it's kind of a bro moment, kind of a, I don't know how I feel about it. Mach 10 also now has a stock, and if I'm gonna be honest, it does make the recoil better, yeah, but you can't see when you fire. You literally can't see anything through your sight. You can't even see anything through a reflex sight. It's really hard to use, so that's why I suggest you hip fire with the Mach 10 now, if you're using the stock, that is. And apparently the stock has the same stats as the Glock stock, so it's basically you put a Glock stock on your Mach 10. Yeah, you just put a Glock stock on your Mach 10, there's not much else than that. But, like, it's hard to aim, as I said. The reflex sight, like, the dot just disappears, you can't see anything. Like, the iron sights, you can't see anything either, because the thing with the Mach 10 before was that it had so much vertical recoil that it acted like a mini M231, like you would look where the laser was and aim from there, but now it's really just hard to use it, unless you hip fire. So slap a vertical grip on it, slap a muzzle brake or compensator, slap a stock on it, no sight, and just hip fire it. I don't know, it works pretty well sometimes, but The next stock we have is the MC51 SD. It also reduces recoil while reducing general mobility. I don't know if this one is worth it, if I'm gonna be honest, because the MC51 SD already has very, very low recoil, and it seems kind of pointless to have it, but I mean, it kind of useful. You know, lower recoil is always good. You know, it's always good with lower recoil, even though it already has no recoil. I mean, unless the AN94 got a stock, that would be kind of useless. Well, it already has a stock. Jesus Christ, I'm retarded. But you feel me, like, lower recoil is always better. And the last stock we have is the MP5K. And it's like, yeah, it's a stock. It's the same stats as the Glock stock, too. Lower recoil is literally a laser. Yeah, it's literally a laser, even though the red dot seems very weird when you use it. Like, it goes down a lot. It's just down the whole time. Another minor change is the WA2000 and M107 got new reticles for their 10x scope. The SL8 got buffed from 20 rounds to 30 rounds, which is good. Not better than the SA58. Still, like, sure, 30 rounds pretty good, I guess. Maybe, I mean, it still has lower fire rate than the G36 and is still semi-automatic. I don't know if I would use it over the G36. I probably wouldn't, but it's something, you know. Yeah, and you can attach Hensoldt 3X sight to every gun. Hensoldt is the G36 sight, by the way, and it's really weird. Since, yeah, it's so, I don't know, it's so weird, bro. And you can also attach the PSO1 and PSO1M2 on basically all the guns with railings. And that's also really weird because you know, they're long range sights and you feel like, oh, this is a Russian sight, it should be used on Russian guns. But apparently not. We'll use our goddamn PSO on the intervention, no cap. But now, for the most anticipated change in this log is the straight pull bolt attachment. An alternative loading mechanism that allows the user to freely cycle rounds without needing to scope out, reduces RPM. This is just a direct upgrade on all your bolt action sniper rifles. Literally, it increases fire rate, and that's the only thing it does, because you can shoot faster after you have bolted. So like the intervention, for example, it's just so much better. The intervention is actually a good sniper now for some reason. And one more thing, you may have not known about this, but bolt sniper rifles do not show their true RPM at their statistics. So let's say the intervention currently shows 50 RPM in the statistics right now, but it still bolts so slow that its true RPM is more like 30. But if you put on the straight pull bolt attachment, it's more like 35, 40, or even, yeah, 40 RPM. And it can one kill up to 150 stud. Dude, it got buffed. It's insane. I love it. It's much better than the 𝙎𝙬𝙧 now, and it's just amazing. Well, maybe not amazing, but it's really fun to use. 8 bullets of pure devastation. The straight pull bolt attachment needs 2000 kills to be unlocked. So if you don't have 2000 kills on all your snipers yet, I mean, you should probably get that, or you should just buy it. And the straight pull bolt attachment cannot be used on M107, WA2000, SVDS, SVU, since, you know, they're semi-automatic and they don't bolt like that. So yeah, I mean, that's the attachment. It works really well on the intervention, it works really well on the Mosin, it works really well on the Steyr Scout, it works well on the Remington, 𝙎𝙬𝙧, works well on every bolt action sniper rifles. It even works on the Obers, which is pretty quirky. So yeah, that's test plate changes. They're really quirky at the moment. And if you want to test them yourself, I'll put the test plate link down in the description, I mean. Yeah. It's amazing. I love these changes. The M231 stock is bonkers. So yeah. If you enjoyed the video, press the like button. If you hated the video, press the like button. Buy my merch even if I don't have any. And I'll catch you in the next one, I guess. Yeah, see ya, bruh.